love that it's retro.
Where's the fireplace?
It's gone.
Design classic, do you know?
Hey!
Absolutely fantastic. Can we go right into rancid, rotten row?
British designers Colin McAllister and Justin Ryan are on a global mission to exterminate bad taste.
Past the lady on the bicycle with a big bottom.
They're being relentless in their search for the worst-case style scenarios.
Vile villa.
That's it.
And it's not long before they track down another decorating disaster in need of a home heist.
Hold it. I've got some tools.
Oh! Ow! That's better.
1 second. Hole and wiggle it about.
Ah! Shh! It's well breaking.
Put it in. Wow, it's large. Wow. It's a game of two halves. One side here, crazy maiden aunt. Other side here, down with love 1950s funkster. What's going on? And then as the backdrop, we've got this unusually bold wallpaper.
You could tell a lot by someone by the record collection.
Let's have a peek.
Dean Martin, Elvis Costello,
Frank Sinatra.
The Cure. Weird.
More Frank Sinatra.
Dean Martin, so the
Again.
old.
Stop! I've just figured out who lives in this house.
Who?
Michael Caine meets Mama Cass. Without further ado, let's ambush these fabulous people. I'll take a bit of this sofa for a start.
Baby,
I'll take
help
one
me with
little
this.
section.
Get this,
one
baby.
Field.
Giant cheese slice
Right,
sofa.
grab it out the window.
Let's
Hold
go.
on a second.
Hold on, is it going to fit? It's very light, isn't it?
Take that.
Meanwhile, I do like it when the bad taste is only foam. Easy to carry. Just keep the champagne cold. We'll be back soon.
Today's homeowners, Mel and Wares, are big fans of the 50s and 60s and are keen musicians. They think they're still at the home heist selection stage.
That good down here.
Oh, look at that. The furniture's
Oh my
rejecting her.
Give me 3 killer adjectives to describe this.
Pretty damn ugly.
Does anyone like this?
It's probably a little too much retro. Retro gone wrong.
When we moved in 1 year ago into our perfect space, we were surprised to hear our friends suggest we change the place. We were prepared to perform a song for Colin and Justin as our final audition to get on the show, and we thought perhaps if the song was good enough that it would help get us chosen.
Colin, Justin.
We think that old is new.
Guys, we're Colin and Justin, and your home has just been heisted.
Half of our couch gets wheeled up to us. Colin and Justin come bounding over and tell us our home has been heisted.
How you doing? You, madam. How you doing, darling? You came down here to have a little bit of a busk, and who knew that this was about to kick off?
This is bizarre, isn't it? Because it looks like something from an airport lounge, doesn't it?
And who's planning to get their hair done underneath this lamp? Leave me under here till I go completely blonde.
Colin, Justin.
We think that old is new.
That's the first time ever that a homeowner has actually put their plight, their desperate plea for help, to music. Now that's special. They, as far as I'm concerned, are getting an extra gorgeous Reno.
Colin, Justin.
We'll pound a nail or two.
Oh no, don't know.
Come on, come away, come away.
My name is Melanie Hunter. I've lived in this house for 1 year with my husband, Wes.
I'm an office clerk. Now for fun, I play music.
It's coming up to a year that we've lived here and we've not changed a thing. I love that it's retro. I love that it's vintage.
For me, the retro thing comes from like the entertaining. There was a lot more entertaining going on in the 50s and 60s. One thing that Mel and I try to do in life is keep the party going.
I like round things. I love our circular couch and circular orb-like lamps. I think we have a bit of ignorance about what's classy and what's not.
For me, I assume that older is better, and it might be to do with a lot of things that are mass-produced nowadays.
He is the one who comes home with garage sale finds or things he's found on garbage
Hey, I
night.
find good stuff,
I don't
okay?
think, I can't think of a
I find good
time.
quality stuff that
can
someone's
you-
selling on the street corner for $5. That stuff's quality, baby.
What were you thinking, guys?
Well,
I think it's beautiful.
we like it, yeah.
Yes. The wallpaper's gorgeous.
You've
Yes.
got this cutting-edge projector, and then you've got a couple of old car speakers on either side of plastic fire.
It was a feature of the house when we bought it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wait a minute.
A selling feature.
A selling feature.
You were had.
Did you pay extra for that?
I don't know, I'll have to check the paperwork.
Meanwhile, 2 words. Pink carpet.
We've grown attached to the carpet as well, believe it or not.
You're perfectly weird. Now let's go upstairs.
All right, let's do it.
Meanwhile.
That was another selling feature of the house. It came with the house.
Are you somebody clearly took advantage of you two. But bizarrely, lovely things again. Do you know, the kind of the Danish furniture, there's a bit of upholstery, and that could be fantastic.
Do we have a look outside? This is a bit like a love shack or something. Or I'm a bit scared of this. Because it looks like the kind of place where you'd be kneecapped in a Tarantino movie. Is that the mood we're going for here?
I'm not even going for a mood. I'm just going for poker with the guys, maybe watch some hockey. I don't know, just hang out. It's a hangout den.
I mean, it's kind of like a man shack.
It's a man shack.
So perhaps it'd be useful to retain the garage function at the back and then really work a scheme out here that would pleasure all the boys.
That would be quite amazing, actually.
The good news is, obviously, we are going to work on your house to make it amazing. The bad news is, we take your house keys and we redesign your house.
Come on.
So without further ado, I want you
All
to
right,
dig deep
let's-
in your pouch. Thank you very much. Give us those keys. And I'll see you shortly.
Meanwhile, past, present, or future, I feel like a 60s girl group.
It's time this house did the time warp.
After time to reflect, Colin and Justin hit their design studio to send Wes and Mel's home back to the future.
They're such a lovely, funky, retro couple. They've got bags of style, bags of energy, but by golly, when they've tried to capture the 60s and the 50s in their home, it's gone completely and utterly belly up.
It's bizarre, isn't it? I mean, it is wretched retro. They're kind of like, and the house is kind of, You know, I think for us, we've got to capture both their styles and combine them into one.
Well, I guess that all that we have to do is showcase retro in a really clever, modern way.
Let's keep the fabulous furniture and lose all the old lady Mrs. Brady decor. I say their home should be modern retro.
Makes sense.
Okay.
This scheme will be absolutely amazing. I'm seeing Rat Pack, I'm seeing Frankendino. I want you to think 50s, 60s, Technicolor, shiny chrome. Pop in some animal print details for cushions. I'm thinking a real period feel that Wes and Mel will absolutely love.
Gorgeous.
So modern retro. We're in the living room, dining room. I see a problem. Long, skinny area, not a great deal of natural light. However, if we take away this bulky stairway, okay, go for a really open, airy aspect by adding loads and loads of glass, we bring much more light into the space and widen it visually at the same time. So let's create a lovely gallery feel. Paint it all white and add a really solid popping accent tone. Teal, given a slightly Colin and Justin twist 8.
I like that. And all the white is going to lighten up the space because it's quite dark.
Now, fireplace. What we've already got is actually really nice. Let's rework that by painting this around, okay? We keep the shape and then fitting in an unexpected pop into the hearth area. Let's go for, I don't know, satinized steel, something along those lines.
Let's do something with a bit more texture, a bit more natural styling to it. I was thinking we should do a log stack.
Now, what's the one thing in that living room that we absolutely love in terms of its function?
The giant donut section.
Exactly. It's like a huge, big citrus of interconnecting pieces.
I love that.
How about we completely recover that in soft cream boucle, redolent of the 60s.
Oh, beautiful.
And then Just because we can, let's add an animal print to the odd section of that sofa.
See, I like that. You know, we looked through his record collection and he does have a slight kind of like cowboy style as well, doesn't he? Bit of Hank Williams in there. But then can we not pick up on the pony accent and maybe carry that from the living room through to the dining room so that we actually connect these two very long spaces and do a kind of diner-style banquette.
I love that.
Something actually fitted onto the wall.
Then to give it a really modern feel as well, and again, bring back a bit of the 60s, a huge, big, ellipse shape of marble. Classic dining.
Up in the master bedroom, I think we should problem solve this difficult space because it's a kind of odd L shape. Let's put a partition between these two areas, and what that will do is actually square off the master bedroom, making it easier to position the bed, and then create a little cosy dressing room.
Okay. Get rid of all the existing decor, paint it white, and start with a fabulous lumber floor. Get rid of the existing subframe of the bed, build a mirrored structure, plop the mattress on top, and all of a sudden, as you walk around, you see the reflections everywhere, tricking the eye into thinking the space is even bigger.
I like that. We could have mirrored bedsides as well, and maybe even some kind of like integrated headboard, so you get that whole feeling that you're in some, I don't know, some 1960s hotel. We should reuse that beautiful studio set. There's a great sofa and 2 chairs, bit of reupholstery will bring them bang up to date.
Pop in some animal print details for cushions, and all of a sudden, the job is a period good'un. I will be a very happy boy if I can give Wesley the perfect man zone. It's gambling, it's shooting cards, it's all of that stuff that boys do when they're out of sight of their women.
Fantastic. But we have to get the balance right in this space as well. It's a big garage, so we could partition that off because it still has to house a car.
Yep.
I think we should go from dirty den to casino glam, darling. Darkness, silver, sparkle, roulette wheels, gambling, glamour in a garage.
Let's paint every surface black, and then let's shoot an accent of really elegant stripy wallpaper on this new back wall.
It's all sounding a wee bit too dark and dangerous. I think we should friendly it up just a little bit with a natural floor covering. Gonna brighten it up and just give us some relief from all of the darkness.
All we need to finish it off and to take us straight to Las Vegas, a fabulous poker table, white chairs, a glossy glass bar.
Fantastic. The stakes are so high for this. We've got 6 days, 2 designers, and 1 incredible team to make this a reality. Day 1 for our lovely Wes and Mel, and time for the Metros to meet the Retros.
Time to pin back your beehive and get into a seriously 60s vibe.
Woo. Are you all geared up for day 1?
Yes,
What are you expecting?
the unexpected.
And what's making you apprehensive?
The man shack.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you think that 2 gay men aren't capable of a man shack?
I never said that.
Could it be that?
Never said that.
Could it be pink fun fur and dice? Could be putting you off, maybe?
No, you're looking to do that.
She's already calling it the lipstick lounge. So.
Hey! There we go.
It's going to be butch, but it's also going to be a little bit bitch. And there's only 1 letter difference between butch and bitch.
I and you. Let's do it.
Let's go.
In.
Stripped of all its clutter, the house and garage are ready for some hammer treatment.
This has got to go. That's got to go as well.
And it looks like Justin's got a scoop.
I didn't want to make a big fuss about it or...
Guys, she's pregnant. I wasn't meant to say. Oh my God, I'm really sorry.
Goodness, we're having a baby. Oh no, you're having a baby. Chair! Quickly, a chair!
Somebody get a mask for us, please.
You can't have any dust if you're pregnant.
She looks gorgeous.
Hey! Congratulations! Bananas, rich in potassium, and in case you get a craving, a donut as well. Okay, stay there.
I think she should be pampered. You should be sitting watching.
I feel really badly that I can't help, though.
Oh yeah, really bad. I can tell.
Go on, Granny.
I've got my killer trainer.
Go on, go on. Oh.
But even with Justin's help, the heat is on. Our home heisters have less than a week to deliver the goods on Wes and Mel's modern retro makeover.
I'm sad to see this wallpaper go.
This lovely pattern, you don't have to worry about anything.
Okay.
Okay. Just see if you need more donuts. You know what? It's time for Home Heist to get sexy. Darling, white floor, not pickled, downstairs.
It's white?
Of course it's white.
So obviously the build in there is to modernise the fixed features.
This whole frontage is going to be refaced with stainless steel.
The staircase. And we're going to have glass, you know, lots of timber.
Currently, your garage, about to become your garage with immediate effect. No nosy parkers, out of bounds.
Let's transform it, baby, into a 21st century Las Vegas style man pad.
Walls black, floor black. I don't want to see a single bit of exposed timber.
Sexy! Look at the wallpaper.
Sexy.
This is the garage. Off limits, private. Don't go in. No entry. Not allowed. No, 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 no. Out. You two. Out, out. See ya. Now, normally Colin and I like to really give you all manner of grief for your crimes in there. I'm going to go a bit easy on you, love, because I'm very, very worried that you're in a pregnified state. Doesn't detract or deflect from the fact that you are designer criminals. You two have a lot to learn.
Absolutely. You know, I think crime number one is kitsch over class. There's a difference, you know, between looking like a junk shop and looking like a sophisticated, funky young couple. We're going to show you the difference.
Crime number two is that you have not, and I'm pointing my finger at you, your lordship, you have not made an effort outdoors in the garage. Your man shack, your lordship, is a sham shack. And we're going to make it fantastic so that you can have summer fantastic with all your boys.
While you're thinking that, your T-shirts say this.
We need retro rehab.
Nice one.
Will our watches break? Will I be halfway through the Reno with Colin? Will she be giving birth to a small child? On the spot.
In 6 days, no.
Day 2 begins with a pile of prep work to smooth the way for Colin and Justin's modern retro design. Now that's not in the plan. Graham's taken the law of our design gods into his own hands.
I came in this morning and I'm just like, what are you doing?
But for the moment, he's unconcerned.
Okay, so this is the man room. It's basically ready to spray. Like if you painted this white, you'd have cracks and seams everywhere that you'd have to fill. The fact that it's gone black, I love, because you won't see any of these cracks.
Oh, it's beautiful. Imagine this painted white. Get the glass in there. Fantastic.
Forget the staircase.
Hi, Cher. How are you?
Forget the staircase, Colin. Where's the fireplace?
Where's the
Cheryl?
what?
Oh, yeah,
Where's the fireplace?
it's gone. It wasn't me.
Why is it gone?
Graham removed it. Graham!
What's
Hey,
going on?
Graham, right. I had a conversation with Cheryl yesterday, okay,
Yeah.
about nothing
This.
to do with the fireplace.
The fireplace was a piece of junk anyways, so I basically just tore it.
Graham,
And
let me
I
just ask you a
figured,
quick
know what?
question. Are you our contractor, or are you one of the designers in this
I'm not
project?
one of the designers by any means, and I've never
okay,
really
so
gone that
in
way.
that case, why have you determined to remove a fireplace from there that's an intrinsic and integral part of our design?
What are you replacing it with?
Whatever you want. I'd rather build it. Like, even the hearth
we've
at the
done our
bottom.
bit. We've designed one already. I don't want to work in it again.
Oh, come on.
We need you to rebuild us
Yeah,
the
but I need a
fireplace.
little bit of help, like maybe a drawing. We never get drawings.
It's not me! It wasn't my fault this time.
You know what? It's a stupid fireplace.
He's now going to have to rebuild us that fireplace from scratch. His time, his effort, our heartache.
Whatever, you know?
Meanwhile, some sanctuary in the
I
bit. Oh,
need
watch.
this.
Wet
This.
paint everywhere.
Wow.
Nice. Hold it. You know, this is such a privileged position. You know, you can see how we're going to get the dressing space.
Hold on a second. Justin Ryan? Who's this? Oh, hello, Grim. Hi, Grim.
And I was just curious, should I use like 1-inch screws or 3-inch screws to put in the door on the back?
You know precisely which screws to use to nail in doors. Graham's trying to be funny, Colin.
Well, you think would be best to use brushes or rollers?
Graham, not even remotely funny.
Use
Graham.
your mullet.
My mullet.
Give me that phone.
Do you know, no,
Give me
forget
that phone.
it. Do you know what he's trying
Switch
to
it
do?
off.
He's trying to...
Look what you've done to our Raspberry.
Some people just don't know when to stop. What's more, Goody Two-Shoes Cheryl could be about to get her first taste of criticism courtesy of the homeowners.
You've got to see what we've done so far. Maybe we're not done yet. Okay.
It looks a little more rustic than,
A little
than
more
I thought we
rustic.
were.
You know, we wanted to take it back a couple of years, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think about your staircase?
I like that a lot, actually.
Looks
I
like
can
it could
definitely
be very nice.
see that it's going to be cool.
Unlike Mel and Wes's old wallpaper, Colin and Justin think they have some terrific vintage pieces. Even the sectional sofa is savable if reupholstered.
Now, like any good rehab, the first step is the most difficult.
So our designers are taking Wes and Mel to a chic boutique to show them how to display their retro favourites in a stylish modern way.
I feel like I'm having a retro riot because there's so much in here I love.
Oh, yes.
Lots of wood.
You like the woods?
I like wood.
Oh, he
I love
loves wood.
Unbeknown to Mel and Wes, they're also getting a sneak preview of some furniture Cheryl's buying for their living room.
Just to give you an idea, I mean, we're going for something retro, but not so, you know, typical. We're trying to modernize it a little bit.
1950s Eames classic furniture, the Eiffel chair.
I love the wood grain that you see and the stylized shape.
Totally modern, that piece, isn't it? You know, and yet its heritage comes from a piece like this. So this is kind of like the granddaddy, but you can certainly see that they share very similar characteristics.
We are going with the Eames dining chairs, but we're using the wooden bases as opposed to the metal bases.
I think the nice thing about this is the fact that we're in a big white space. The worst thing they could do in here would be to add like a really heavy decor. You know, so again, they've kept it really clean, you know, and that's something we need to take away as well, what we're going to do for you guys.
Well, what we're trying to do is give it more of a VIP look as opposed to a Boy Scout look. Do you know what I'm talking about? So we're going with the Corbusier club chair.
Would you want this at home?
Absolutely not.
The thing that's distracting you here is the bizarre tapestry-esque cover. If that was in a gorgeous, I don't know, 50s or 60s Chanel boucle in a really good colour, that would really pop to life. This, believe it or not, is really coming back into fashion, but definitely not with this fabric. Okay?
So you're not putting this fabric.
We're not putting that fabric. But a good message and a good lesson from us is if you find something from a period that's really wonderful in shape, maybe the upholstery is wrong, change it.
And I'd lose these, because that's actually quite a beautiful detail at the back. You know, suddenly it takes on a whole different persona. You can actually appreciate the shape, you know, and I think that's a great takeaway from the whole kind of retro thing as well. It's kind of like what they've done with the lamps here. You know, rather than just have like a retro base and some sad old lampshade, you know, they've updated it, they've cleaned it up, they've put a beautiful new shade on it. And that totally updates it, you know, and it makes it into something that's truly unique. So many people buy retro, I know you do this, and you just buy like a lamp for $5 and you bring it home because it looks kind of old and it was $5. And then you just stick it into the house, don't you?
I did that, actually, yeah.
Now, these are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, by Pierre Paulin. Design classic, do you know?
I love these.
Goes with your
These
makeup.
caught my eye as soon as I walked in the room.
I really like the thing that you said about the Urquhart sofa, you know, that you hated the upholstery thing. So if you changed the upholstery, would it be a much nicer piece?
I would love it.
Okay,
I would love
that
it.
upholstery is your wallpaper at home.
Okay, fair enough.
So we're going to lose that dated element, you know, a pattern that's getting in the way of the shape of the room. We're going to pare that down and showcase all your retro items.
Come on.
Excellent. We realized we'll always have retro, and just to showcase it in a modern way is the best way to be able to appreciate it.
Back at the house, in the bedroom, the crew are putting Colin and Justin's lesson into practice, laying an ultra-modern timber floor that'll set off the homeowners' retro furniture beautifully. In the living room, the boys want to install a cinema screen with hidden speakers, but the fireplace is causing yet more problems.
There isn't a big cavity there, so we have to build out the depth of the chimney breast, okay, so that we can then lay speakers into that extra space that we've just created.
Can we project onto the wall? If you say yes, and we'll get the clarity, will we?
We will.
If we project onto a painted wall, will it be a clear image?
It will be a clear image.
It means that we're then left with a white wall there.
We're
and we
moving
didn't
on
want
to
a
that
boring
right
white wall,
now.
so we can have an artwork that
But we're
can
now
sit in
moving on
front
to
of
that.
it and then be...
Keith knows exactly what
Yeah.
he's doing now, and he's getting on with his work, doesn't he, those two? And everything's lovely.
Day 3, and Graham's working on that controversial fireplace.
Okay. I had to do this because they wanted this wall built out. The speakers are actually in the wall. They're already installed. They want this area stainless steel. So So I couldn't put stainless steel on the old fireplace.
Here we have an entertainment and log wall unit that still has to be built. There's a stack of logs from the ceiling down to about 2/3 of the way down, and then down below we're going to have the subwoofer and DVD player and all that behind it.
If we're going to update this house, then we have to look at some serious sound and vision issues.
So you're going to be busy, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, I've got something that I've got to attend to. Now, Mel confided in me that she's pregnant. I obviously then confided in absolutely everybody else. And the upshot of that is I feel I need to buy her something to make up for kind of breaking the secret. What am I going to find? Now, I love you with your little beak. Now, you're nice. Excuse me while I've just put my hand up, yeah? I'll have him.
While Justin's toying around, Colin's got grown-up matters to attend to. Wes and Mel love their home entertainment system, but their equipment doesn't shout modern or retro. So Colin's off to look at the latest state-of-the-art alternatives available.
Why don't we start looking at a traditional theater?
Wow. I mean, this is what most people would actually think of when they think of home cinema. Big, big screen, speakers absolutely everywhere. And meanwhile, what is going on over there?
We do a lot of built-in racks now where we take the equipment and as opposed to having it sitting out in a big box, we flush it into the wall. It still looks very cool, but you don't have that big bulge out into the room.
Sure.
This is more of a real home environment.
Oh, wow. It's just like a living room.
Come over here. Everything's hidden away.
All right, so
You
it's
can control it without ever actually having to see it.
Okay, and actually, what kind of remote control would you use for that? Would it actually have to reach that? Do you have to open the doors? Or does it relay through this here?
We have it on a radio frequency remote control. So the remote control speaks to a little radio receiver. The radio receiver then tells everything what to do.
Okay, wow. So you don't have to open the doors for that?
Other than to load a disc.
Right. But the remote control will work even though the doors are closed?
Great, yep, work great.
Everything hidden away, not a cable, not a line, no mess. Clean, refined, modern, very Colin and Justin.
Back at base, in the living room, Tim's applying the contrast colour that'll create a clean, contemporary look for all those vintage collectibles. And in the man shack, it's Viva Las Vegas as Greg tackles the wallpaper inspired by classy male tailoring.
This is called booking. You paste the wallpaper first, and then you roll it up. And it allows the wallpaper to absorb the moisture from the paste and the fibers expand. If you try to put it up right away, it's gonna stretch and do strange things for you. And to be efficient, I do up to 10 pieces at a time. Put them in a plastic bag. Keeps them from going dry on me.
Up in the bedroom, things are also running smoothly.
We have a new honey brown hardwood floor that's been installed. We've built a riser, a platform here for the bed.
But still missing are those partitions to square off the bedroom's L-shaped space. So Cheryl's off to the manufacturers to check on progress.
Hey, how
Hi.
are you? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we got one done already.
This looks beautiful.
Yeah.
What about the second one? Is that
The
already
second
cut?
one we just about to start right now.
Oh,
So as you can see right here.
That's amazing.
Oh, it will take us about 45 minutes to finish this whole job here. You can stand and wait for it.
I'm gonna remember that for next time.
With 3/4 of an hour to kill, Cheryl turns her attention to the recovering of Mel's beloved sofa.
I'm on the way to visit our custom upholsterers. Now, what we've done is taken Mel and Wes's existing sofa. We love the shape. We love that it has sort of that retro vibe to it. And I want to make sure that everything is going okay. We're using this really creamy boucle fabric, and we're throwing a little bit of a twist in there by using faux pony skin.
Cheryl's main task today is to pick the right animal print to add a natural texture to the living room's sleek and contemporary decor.
Hi, Chow.
Oh, hi, Cheryl.
Hey,
how are you?
How are you? Nice to see
Good. Thank you for
you.
stopping by.
Thanks for having me. Did you guys get the pony skins?
Pony skins right here.
Because they're all different, right?
Yes, they're all different.
Because I definitely want to have, to make sure that there's a lot of black.
Yeah, I got some black and brown and white. This is the more cream.
Oh, even more spotty.
tough decision. This one's a bit brown as well. We can use this for the banquet. So those two are for the banquet. The rest are for the sectional.
For the sectional.
Are we going to be able to make our deadline?
Yep, absolutely. It's going to be a little bit difficult.
He's got 2 days. And, you know, he's going to be working around the clock to get this done.
Morning,
Hey guys.
all.
Morning, everybody.
How you
Hey, Tim. Hello, Graham. How you doing? Oh, you're in trouble. You, my lordship, you've
It's
had to
the
rebuild exactly the same.
Old fireplace, as good as.
No, you know what? It's a little lower, to be honest.
Oh,
because my
stop
speakers had to go right in there. The speakers are in the wall right there.
Stop trying to find a reason for doing something. I love you to death, Graham, so you're going to get away with it.
Where's the DVD player? Where's the amp? They're going to be in there, baby, integrated, hidden in a rather canny log stack.
Now, Tim, you've every right to look as happy with yourself because this paint job that you and Greg have done is, as usual, amazing. A bonkers colour. It works really well with the white. Flooring I can see is underneath there. Let me just rip that back slightly. We've got a white floor, which is actually really easy maintenance because it's so highly lacquered that everything will just glide off the surface. Metal detail in the fireplace. Amazing. There was an option here to have the dining table smack dab in the middle, but if we have the dining table smack dab in the middle, we use up a lot of the passageway space, so we decided to flip it onto this wall, and rather than just have 3 chairs on one side of our lovely ellipse-shaped table and 3 on the other, we've done this lovely big banquette, which is going to have an inbuilt seat, obviously being that it's a banquette, covered in skin, animal skin to match our lovely sofa, and then we're going to dress this other side with 3 chairs. So
imagine that beautiful, fabulous dining bench, our great oval table in here, which is looking custom top, looking fantastic.
let me tell you something. We did a little sneaky. We're always looking for budget alternatives for things that we want to buy, and these classic table designs are thousands of dollars. So we attacked our project in a slightly different way. We found a base that was as similar to the one that we needed as possible, and then we engaged a marble manufacturer to cut us this lovely oval shape. Telly Savalas of the building world.
Oh, look at this, the vainest bedroom in the world. Look at all these beautiful mirrors. And meanwhile, I like that.
Screens are great.
This is kind of like a retro prison, isn't it? Look at that.
Straight
It's
out of
kind
the 60s?
But it's kind of very 60s, kind of slightly Moroccan, and at the same time, you know, it does a really good job of annexing off a bit of a dressing room. Meanwhile, move over, bye-bye garage, hello, 21st century gambling den,
This is
complete
awesome.
with rather gentlemanly pinstripe suit-inspired wallpaper.
This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
But all their great work in the man shack will be wasted if Wes won't face up to his bad habits.
Oh, this is one of my favourite lessons, isn't it? Is, you know, a voyage into the mind of the average bloke.
So Colin and Justin have borrowed one of Wes's buddies and a local garage to find out why he's so resistant to change.
I've known him for pretty much all my life, and, you know, this is sort of our regular thing, hang out, play poker.
Surprise!
Hey, how's it going,
Hey,
man?
not too bad.
What's going on?
Take a chair.
All right.
Pop yourself there in your normal position.
What exactly are you two up to?
Nothing, as you can
Yeah,
tell.
exactly.
I mean, this is just it. Sitting by a card table, you know, just having some laughs, drinking some beer, and talking about hockey. Exactly.
But what's the appeal of being in this environment? We don't get it. You know, the thing is, if I wanted to talk about extreme sports or something, I would go somewhere fabulous, like a 21st century extreme sports lounge, all video screens, all singing, all dancing. I would not hide myself away like Prohibition.
There's just something about being in a smelly, oily place that brings us closer to our manliness. I don't know.
You just need to escape the girls, don't you?
Yeah, it's just nice to hang out with a welder nearby.
Wouldn't it be better to do this lovely thing, you know, this great bonding, masculine experience? Meanwhile, Queen of Hearts, just saying. Wouldn't it be great to do this in some way that was a bit more appropriate?
Like?
We'll show you.
Now, Wes, it's not about being less masculine, but maybe a little bit more sophisticated.
Next, Colin and Justin are taking Wes to a swanky casino for a sneak preview of what they're lining up in his man shack.
Take a seat, my lord, because the stakes are high here at the casino a la Colin and Justin.
This is nice.
It is okay, isn't
No,
it?
it's dark, it's dangerous, there's a lot of metallic finishes as well. You know, I mean, the fireplace is not too frou-frou, it's steel, it's boyish, it's masculine.
It's not the cheesy boy shack that a lot of guys have. I like the fact that it's a little more grown up.
A scheme like this is predominantly black, and you could think it could end up being too moody, but with clever lighting, flickering candles, and atmospheric illumination from discrete points around about the zone, then it all comes together. Then the easiest way to make sure that you've added extra visual return is by changing the textures. So we've got velvets, we've got crushed damasks. It feels seductive. Do you know, this day and age, men want sexy interiors. I'm convinced of it.
So this is nice. I really want to have a game of poker, actually.
The only thing missing from this potentially perfect man zone is a nice cocktail waitress.
Hostess! Hey! Hello, gorgeous ones. Oh, thank you. Meanwhile, did you know your missus was moonlighting as a waitress?
I had no idea.
We said to him, look, what did you prefer? Do you really want to be surrounded by grease and dirt and oil, or would you like to be in a place that's purposely designed for you and the guys? The answer was clear. Oh, darling, here's to the future of the man zone.
Do
Gorgeous.
the ladies come with the man shack?
They do, baby.
One of them certainly does.
I guess it's time to grow up from my little boy den into the full-fledged James Bond type facility.
The day before the curtain goes up on Colin and Justin's modern retro design, and the crew scramble to add some finishing touches, such as steel rises on the stairs to tie in with the fireplace surrounds. And in the garage, the wraps are coming off the chairs that epitomise 50s glam.
Well, it's really taken shape, isn't it? As the old gambling den.
Oh, blimey, no gambling den's complete without the old silver apples. It's all quite hard-edged with the hard chairs, the glass, all the metal. We need something to soften it down. Do we need a plant, maybe? A really big statement plant in the corner?
We need a fridge.
That's a great idea. Cheryl! Cheryl!
Cheryl?
Just one tiny little observation.
What?
We love it in here. It's worked out really well. The only thing that I would say is I'd like to get us a really big architectural plant. But there's some more news approaching. Brace yourself, love. We need to spend a little bit of money on a fridge.
Why don't you buy it yourself?
Why don't you buy it yourself?
I've already spent all the money in this house. Why do we need a fridge? How about a cooler?
What, an ice box? I'm not bloody giving them a plastic box with some ice cubes in it, Cheryl. Why don't you just blow some of your icy chill around the space and keep things cool that way? Wes and Mel, my favourite retro couple. Bring yourselves down here without further ado, because the news is rather fabulous. We ain't going to be late. Everything that we've designed has arrived, which means that you can be dispatched and we'll get on with the finishing details and we'll see you tomorrow.
And even better news, you two, you don't need retro rehab anymore. So please, wear your own clothes, dispose of these T-shirts and come back as the Wes and Mel we got to know 6 days ago.
Off you go and we'll see you tomorrow, yeah?
Babu.
In your own clothes, guys.
You nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Pull it back towards that wall and further up that way as well.
We've got our fridge. Artwork still has to go up on the walls. Lighting is in place. Imagine leaving the garage behind and coming back 6 or 7 days later, and all of a sudden, a party room, a chill-out zone. I would be so happy.
We tested out the sound and vision system. You check this DVD. Wait. I think it's working. Oh, meanwhile.
Now, our art department actually found this decal, and it's of a deer. They've talked us into it, and it actually looks really, really nice. I'll tell you another thing I really like. When you find a possession of the homeowners that initially doesn't look as if it's actually that nice, such as this. Now, in the house in its previous incarnation, it didn't really cut it for Colin and for me. So we shoved it down in the basement to get it out of the way. But now that this room's dressed, it kind of works in context.
Meanwhile, for me, this is a major triumph in so many ways. Not only is it decorative, you know, it actually adds a nice bit of retro glamour to the bedroom, but it actually simplifies the floor space as well. This is a great little kind of ante-room, dressing room, and potentially even a temporary nursery.
Now, this is a great way of turning retro into modern. Wes and Mel actually had this little studio suite by reupholstering, okay? It's now going to work perfectly with our colour scheme, but the way of bringing it to life is with this kind of thing. Really lovely pattern cushions and textiles. All of these things will really build the drama and give them a look that they recognize. A good room should be full of memories and it should be full of all the things that are important. And this stuff, to us and Mel, is really important.
I was completely fine, and then just a few steps away from the house, now I'm starting to feel nervous, excited.
You know, retro design is all about actually isolating a really strong pattern and then repeating it. So we decided to bring that bang up to date and do the same here. What's the pattern? Well, it's a circle. And you can see we've actually repeated it in the sectional sofa, in the rug, in the mirror over there. Even the base of the table has a wonderfully organic circular quality.
Now, over here, a textural feast for the fingers. These are gorgeous logs, stacked up beautifully, just to give us a little bit of kind of extra definition in the white and turquoise scheme. But of course, every good scheme should have a little bit of secret to bring it to life. And down here, a perfect stash zone for all the sound and video equipment, discreetly tucked away to avoid that lovely tangle of cables that would completely kill our otherwise gorgeous scheme.
I dreamt that it was the perfect house.
You know, designers have been banging on for years about the concept of hotel at home, but it really does work. If your bedroom looks like a luxury resort, you're going to be so happy. In here, we've created a very pared-down sleeping zone. We've got a huge outsized headboard, our wonderful cubes on either side, and of course, our mirrored bed. That's our sleeping zone. We've got a wonderful dressing zone over there as well, with the screen. And finally, lovely little casual seating for two. Perfect for him, her, or whoever.
I feel excited, happy, not excited, scared.
I definitely have some butterflies.
Excited, nervous.
Yeah.
Excited, happy, nervous.
Excited, nervous.
You know, sometimes design is all about getting in touch with your masculine side. You know, there are a few things you can actually use that are guaranteed to actually appeal to the boys in your life. Get some dark colors, get some sheet steel as well, you know, and get some pieces of furniture that look like they've come straight from heavy industry. Well, who's that dapper couple then?
Hey, Gord.
How are you?
Hey there.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Loving the
How are you
hats.
doing? Pregnancy going okay?
So far, so good.
Not too much stress?
No stress.
No stress
Just
at all.
excitement.
Fantastic. What are you expecting in there?
The unexpected, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
We never doubted the fact that you had a lovely home, but we had to make it look super you guys. Let's see if we hit the money on the head.
Come on.
All right.
Wes and Mel, come and meet your new home.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This doesn't even look like our house, but it does look like our house, but it's... I never even considered that the couch would have different colored pieces.
Woo!
And they've kept some of our things. And
It's okay.
yes, 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 yes.
It's very cool. It's way more brighter than it was, and it has way more style. It's fantastic, actually.
Look at what they built in a bench. My God.
Now, we've opened up your stairwell for you as well to make it as bright and as modern as possible.
You got all the comfort of carpet, but a wonderful metallic finish, which again, just brings it bang up to date.
You might have noticed that there's something missing.
Do not see.
Get
oh my
out,
God.
get out. No way.
You ready for this?
You see, we decided when you want to watch a film, your chimney breast becomes your screen. But obviously, if you've got speakers there, your vision lines are impaired, so they're completely hidden behind there. Good, isn't it?
That's so cool.
Right, in you go. Go on.
Oh my.
Wow. Bit of retro style in here, of course.
Oh my God.
I love this.
This is kind of the perfect zone, I think, for kids as well, because when you've got your baby, you can have a little nursery annex around about there.
Nice, look at that couch. It looks amazing.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see from here.
This is a lovely optical illusion because we've done a mirrored bed frame for you, okay? And it almost makes it look like the mattress is floating.
That is really cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
you thought they were getting rid of your lamp.
We love that.
There, look at that. I love that lamp in this space now.
Also done big storage for you as well,
Wow.
so there's tons and tons of space. Yeah, this is a gift for the baby. This is lovely Murano glass. This is a gore. You want to really look after this piece. This is a real indulgence for you guys from us, so pop that in there. In fact, I'll leave that there.
Leave
It's
that
beautiful.
there.
In fact, come to think of it, that's not the only gift we've got for you.
Fantastic.
Our little gifts for your coming baby. We hope you're going to be very, very happy together with your lovely addition. Guys, off limits no more. Welcome to your garage.
Whoa!
God, this is not a garage. I'm using this.
I love it.
I'm gonna learn how to play poker.
I can't wait to have a game. I didn't know it would go this far. This is incredible, guys.
This is him excited.
Yes, this is me
Yeah,
excited.
this is like
Absolutely.
jumping up and down.
He was scared nobody would want to come over anymore.
Oh, everybody's going to come
Oh, I know.
And you've still got your garage. So if you need to sit in oil, you can sit through there.
I've definitely enjoyed the experience. I've learned a lot, and I hope that we can continue with some of your style.
Well, babies, you've both been absolutely fantastic, and call us when you need a nursery. Okay? Well, we've certainly shown our lovely Wes and Mel that if you want a modern retro style, you have to have your retro pieces in a modern environment.
Indeed. So, only one thing left to do. It's time to roll out the rug after another very successful home heist.